We are, tonight we're with the generation that will turn the corner. You will be the generation that either restores this country or lets it go. And I have great faith that you are going to restore it, but it ain't going to be easy because you're in the minority. You were spat on by your professor?
It was my professor's husband.
Oh, and that's sweet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. What happened?
Well, my conservative organization and I at Truman State, we host speakers every year through the Claire Booth Luce Policy Institute, and we had a table set up to promote our conservative ideals and our speakers and everything. And he angrily approached us and he ripped off all of our flyers, posters, and everything. And before he left, he turned around and spat on me and then just walked away.
What did you say?
I was disgusted because here's an individual who routinely writes such nasty hate mail about our conservative organization.
No, you're the one with the hateful rhetoric.
Yeah, exactly. And he belittles us, and he's not even employed by the university. Yet,
So did you file a complaint?
Well, we attempted to, and there's nothing that we could do because he's not employed, so we can't really do anything because the university isn't responsible for those who are not on their payroll.
Convenient.
How convenient.
You know, I have to tell you, you three troublemakers, right? You did videos that you've done the one with the redistribution of the grades, which was genius. And then the next one was, there was another one. What was the other one?
We asked students at Berkeley about taking the pledge to pay off their share of the national debt to maintain all these wonderful social programs we've become accustomed to.
None of them.
No.
That's crazy. I won't do it. That's crazy. Why will I pay that? Exactly. This is the way to attack. They are instead engaging in no debate. Shout downs, intimidation. That's what your professors are. They're bullies. That's what this is. That's all this is. Communist and Marxism, it can never win up here. How many times does it have to try? We have to try it, and how many countries? How many millions of people have to die before the world says, "Hey, Marxism doesn't work"? And that's why they have to bully you. So you know you're on the right side when you want to have a debate and when you can make points like you guys did. How difficult was it to? How difficult is it to not get angry, just win?
It's quite difficult not to get angry, especially in the GPA video, when students can't come up with a valid or concrete reason as to why GPA is different than income, and to see them support one system and the philosophy of redistributing wealth and not do the same or be willing to share some of their GPA points, and then for not to see that same parallel that the philosophy they support, they only support it when it's not their
that's the way it always
being affected. Yeah.
As long as it's somebody else, it's always fine. Hang on, let's play a little bit of it. Here it is.
You have a 4.0? Yeah, it's an excessive GPA. So we're going to basically emulate the federal tax structure, and we tax the rich to help those in lower income brackets. Basically the same thing. Like, do you really need a 4.0?
Yeah.
Because like you earn both, right?
It's not the same thing because money's different.
Why do you need a 4.0?
Because I earned it.
But I mean, people earn their money and use that same argument to, it's kind of like a selfish argument, no?
Yeah, because this is an indication of performance.
Isn't your income an indication of performance? You have to work hard for that money.
That's when you could feel it, right? You could feel them inside just going, "Oh crap."
They can't come up with any reasons. Every single person said it's different, and when asked why, it's just different, and nothing concrete, nothing valid, nothing.
How many of you are Republicans?
Embarrassed.
How many of you are conservatives? How many does anybody here feel like they're a libertarian? Kirby, you go girl. Good. Why are you a libertarian?
I entered college as a conservative, and then found there's just certain areas where I just didn't agree with the Republican Party line, and struck out on my own.
Who can tell me the difference between a Republican and a libertarian? Come on, guys. Aaron.
Republicans like to spend money. Just as
I don't
much
think you
as
raised your
Democrats.
hand as a Republican, did you? Tell me, it was somebody who raised their hand as a Republican. Tell me the difference. Oliver.
Yeah, generally, social issues is where they differ from the libertarians. Libertarians want to stay out of social issues.
But what is let's take this. Let's take the social issues here for a second. Would you say that our founders were libertarian, or were they Republicans?
I'd say that they were libertarian. But
what was the secret,
I think that the right to life is something that needs to be protected. So
Kirby?
I think you can make a libertarian argument for pro-life, to be pro-life, but I think libertarianism has a lot more consistency intellectually than Republican talking points of saying we're going to cut spending, but then when you actually get in power, there's no difference.
You know what? I think you're right on that, but that doesn't even matter. It requires you to do the work. It requires you. Anything that takes the power away from the individual. Look, we legalize drugs. Do you know how many people are going to be strung out on heroin? Why? Because the country is not prepared for that responsibility. You can do the hardcore libertarian when the country is prepared to do this. Oh, I'll help you. You need help? You want to get off heroin? No, man, I just need some money. Okay, well, that's great. I'm going to go into my office now. Okay? When the country is prepared to say, I will help you if you will help yourself, otherwise I've got to step over you. But the country isn't built like that now. You have to build the country into that. You have to get yourself and those around you to say, responsibility for your own actions. Mike.
I actually had a professor that suggested that if anyone in our class was going to do hard drugs, they do heroin.
And how much did you pay him for that? and his reason?
That it was good to be knocked out all day.
Oh.
And that it preserves your youth.
Well, that's... I believe we just met our first professor that is actually on heroin. Back in just a second.